The Trickster Vocation is a very interesting vocation in Dragon's Dogma 2, and unlocking it is also very interesting, but getting the mastery is a little bit tricky if you don't know where to look. So I'm going to quickly show you how to unlock the vocation and the mastery at the same time. So let's get into it. You first need to get to the Reverent Shrine, which is in Battalia, which is the mountainous and desertous region, which is the southeast part of the map. And there's two different ways you can get to this area very quickly. One is a lot faster than the other, but this faster version involves you actually going through a main story mission, which I'm not going to be covering here to save you the main story mission. What I will let you know is that you're going to actually get a piece of information from Captain Brant in Vernworth that allows you to cross the border at Checkpoint Rest Town. Now, when you have this piece of paper, it will also be noted that you can't get through the actual checkpoint unless you look like a Beastren or are already a Beastren character yourself. If you are not a Beastren character, in Checkpoint Rest Town you could talk to a couple different merchants that will actually sell you a Beastren mask. All you have to do is buy this, wear it, and show this piece of paper to the border guard, and they will let you through very easily. Once you're through the checkpoint, all you have to do is follow the pathing to where you get to a certain area where the river goes under a bridge, and follow the river until you see the shrine against the mountain. The non-story mission based one is that you have to get to the Guerco Cavern, as I'm showing you here, which is just before you get to Checkpoint Rest Town, and simply follow the pathing I'm showing you here, which is also fairly straightforward on the map when you go through the area. This will spit you out in the capital, back Batal, and then you can make your way back up to the Reverent Shrine. Now, once you're actually at the shrine, it's very straightforward from there. All you have to do is make your way inside of the shrine. You will see what looks like one of the myths that the Trickster creates, and simply talk to her. She is actually going to be an oracle of some sorts, and all you have to do is pay her the 50 gold that she is asking to help guide your way. Once you have done this, all you have to do is exit actually talking with her, and then you will get the banner that shows you will have unlocked the Trickster Vocation. It really is that simple to unlock this vocation, but to get the mastery, unlike some of the other masteries, you have to go somewhere else. You want to stay at this actual shrine and find your way up the actual shrine itself. So if you're looking into the shrine, make your way to the left behind some trees and bushes, and you will see a wooden ladder that allows you to get to the very top of the shrine itself. And once you're at the top, you want to hop your way, climb your way over to the very front. And once you actually get to the very front, there's someone that you're going to see sitting on top of the pillar, I will say. This is actually going to be the Trickster Master, who of course is also the lady that you were just talking with in a mist form. She will basically start talking to you as soon as you get close to her, saying it is very impressive that you saw through her deceptions and that you are worthy of learning the mastery trick, which I also say is very, very needed for this particular vocation to be used effectively. This mastery trick can only be unlocked and learned once you have gone back to the vocation guild and actually purchased the vocation itself. In the class itself, if you're not very familiar with it before you have started using it or have unlocked this class, it's basically a class that buffs your pawns and also allows distractions to help make it easier for your pawns to kill enemies. You can also frighten enemies and basically deceive them to attack each other. Like I said earlier, a very interesting vocation. I also said earlier that the master move, the master skill, is very needed for this vocation to be very helpful, because this is the delusion, Dragon's Delusion, that allows you to summon a giant dragon, which essentially frightens all your enemies around you, big and small, to basically flee from around you, or at least be stunned for a little bit for your pawns to attack them and defeat them very easily. Now, even with this spell, you have to keep in mind that the Trickster Vocation isn't a damage dealer. It's something that uses a bunch of different spells to distract the main enemy so the rest of your team can easily take down that enemy. There are a bunch of different spells that you get as you progress through the Trickster Vocation, but they're really situational. So for example, as you see me fighting this Cyclops at a very early stage as the Trickster Vocation, I don't have enough spells to really trick and be useful in this fight. All I have is this mastery skill, which essentially freezes this Cyclops even for a little bit. This slight hesitation allowed my archer to take some major shots to the Cyclops eye, stun it, and now the rest of my team can take him down very easily. And to help show you how this mastery really helps out with smaller enemies, as you see me summoning the Dragon's Delusion next to these lizards, you'll see very quickly that the lizard right in front of me just absolutely bolts away and does not turn around to try and fight us again. It just wants to get out of there, which then allows my main pawn to chase after him and easily deal damage to him without much effort whatsoever. So overall, I think the Trickster is actually very useful when you have strong pawns and enough enemies to have them be tricked against each other, or at least a full set of spells at your disposal. But having this mastery item is really key to being that much stronger, that much more helpful to the set of pawns that you have on your team. So let me know what what you guys think about this vocation overall. Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Personally, I don't think it's really for me. I'll probably use it a little bit later on just to shake up the gameplay a little bit, but I prefer to be dealing damage instead of creating these illusions and basically distracting the enemies around me. But again, let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments. If you guys did find this unlocking guide helpful, please let me know by hitting the like and subscribe buttons down below. It lets me know that this was actually helpful to you. I'll also be working on all the other unlock guides for all the other vocations and where you can unlock their masteries as well, but I will catch you guys in those next videos.